Based on recent figures, it turns out that 2/3 of our fellow Americans are struggling with their weight. That's not all, though. 1 out of every 3 Americans has hit the obesity mark. These numbers show us that it's high time we get real about this widespread public health concern and start understanding its impact. Many might not be aware of how closely obesity is tied to fertility. Yes, you heard it right, your weight can indeed affect your ability to have kids. Let's discuss this crucial link further. Some people, particularly women, find it challenging to conceive due to obesity. Obesity, as defined by the World Health Organization, WHO, is having a body mass index, BMI, of 30 or more. Now, you're probably wondering, what exactly is BMI? Well, it's a measurement that helps us understand the amount of fat in our bodies based on our height and weight. Certain studies show a noticeable relationship between obesity and reduced fertility in over 20% of women across the United States. But, it's important to bear in mind that attributing exact numbers can be tough because there are so many different factors that can contribute to infertility. According to the Mayo Clinic, we can generally say that higher BMI often goes hand in hand with a greater chance of infertility. Okay, but how is obesity linked to fertility? That's a great question. Obesity actually changes how our bodies store and create hormones that are vital for reproduction, like estrogen and progesterone. These hormones play a key role in ovulation. The ovary releases an egg each month. Additionally, obesity may impact the quality and the number of eggs and sperm, which, as you know, form the cornerstone of conception. When we talk about obesity, it's not just about gaining excess weight. It also significantly affects our health and well-being, including fertility. So, just how does obesity interfere with one's ability to conceive? Primarily, obesity has the unfortunate side effect of throwing our hormones off balance. This can particularly affect those hormones central to the process of ovulation. As a result, a woman's menstrual cycles might become erratic, or she might not ovulate at all. In addition, conditions such as polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, are often found in tandem with obesity. PCOS is known for its characteristic hormonal imbalances and the presence of cysts on the ovaries, both of which can negatively impact ovulation and fertility. Furthermore, there is research that suggests that obesity might have the potential to negatively affect the quality of a woman's eggs. In turn, this can reduce the likelihood of achieving conception. Not only does obesity potentially lower the chances of conception, but it might also increase the chances of miscarriage. Plus, treatments to aid conception, such as in vitro fertilization, IVF, might be less successful in obese individuals. It's not just women's fertility that can be influenced by obesity, however. For men, obesity can cause hormonal changes that lower testosterone levels and negatively impact the quality of their sperm, compromising male fertility. Obesity can also thicken the endometrial lining. A thicker lining might reduce the chances of a successfully implanted embryo. Moreover, obesity can increase the risk of pregnancy complications like gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, and stillbirth. These complications can understandably impact an individual's willingness or ability to conceive again. Obesity's effects can even extend to our sex drive. Hormonal imbalances caused by obesity can decrease libido in both men and women, which can reduce the frequency of sexual activity and the chances of conception. Lastly, obesity is often linked with insulin resistance, which can further interfere with fertility by creating additional hormonal imbalances. Not to mention, obesity can also increase the risk of other underlying health conditions that might hinder fertility, such as thyroid disorders and polycystic ovary syndrome. Obesity can significantly impact a woman's capacity to conceive, as well as the well-being of the pregnancy and the future child. Let's unpack a few of the potential consequences. Firstly, obesity can lead to a lower success rate for fertility treatments. For example, treatments such as in vitro fertilization, IVF, might be less successful for women with obesity. This could be attributed to a less than optimal response to fertility meds, a lower rate of embryo implantation, or a higher likelihood of complications during the procedure itself. Additionally, obesity poses a heightened risk for complications during pregnancy. It increases the likelihood of developing conditions like gestational diabetes or preeclampsia, experiencing preterm birth, or needing cesarean delivery. The expectant mother could also face higher risks of infection, bleeding, and thromboembolism. Each of these complications potentially threatens the health of both the mom-to-be and the unborn baby. Obesity also elevates the risk of birth anomalies in newborns. These can range from neural tube defects and heart malformations to cleft lip and palate, among other abnormalities. Tragically, these birth defects could result in lifelong disabilities or even prove fatal. Lastly, the offspring of a woman with obesity might grapple with an increased risk of obesity themselves in later life. Obesity can affect the unborn child's metabolic programming, potentially influencing their weight and overall health down the line. Hence, children born to mothers with obesity may be at a higher risk of weight-related problems, diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic health conditions. Research indicates that shedding even a modest 5% to 10% of your body weight can remarkably restore the regularity of menstrual cycles and ovulation. This weight loss can also help to balance hormones, boost the quality and volume of sperm, lessen potential complications during pregnancy, and enhance the overall outcomes. Remember, we are all unique individuals with specific health conditions and considerations. So, it's vital to remember that numerous factors determine fertility. In fact, a few studies have pointed out that weight loss doesn't always lead to improved fertility outcomes in women. Regardless, the benefits of weight loss on overall health are significant and could have direct or indirect effects on fertility. Achieving weight loss may be as simple as adopting a balanced diet and regular exercise routine. To ensure the best results, it's always a good idea to consult a physician familiar with your health profile. It's always a great idea to consult with a healthcare professional when looking to improve your well-being. Here are a few general pointers to consider. Your food intake plays a crucial role. Try to maintain a balanced diet. This means including an array of fruits and vegetables in your meals, nourishing grains, lean sources of protein, and dairy products that are low in fat. Don't forget to incorporate some healthy fats too. And yes, water is essential. Aim to keep processed foods at bay and limit your intake of added sugars, saturated and trans fats, salt, and alcohol. Regular physical activity is key. Try to clock in at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity exercise weekly. This could include anything that boosts your heart rate and makes you breathe faster. Think of activities like brisk walking, jogging, cycling, swimming, or even dancing. Keep track of your progress. There are many ways to do this, from noting your weight, BMI, waist size, and body fat percentage to using apps, websites, or journals to log your food consumption, physical activity, and even your mood. Remember, if you ever feel like you need a helping hand or advice, don't hesitate to reach out to a professional such as a doctor, dietitian, or personal trainer. Adding these tips to your lifestyle can help elevate your health and well-being. Remember, it's all about making manageable tweaks to your routine that can lead to sustainable and significant changes in the long run. We hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative content on health and wellness. Remember, small lifestyle changes can make a big difference in reducing your risk of developing cancer. Take care of yourself and stay healthy.